Chapter 14 The Bottom of the Underworld. Some dancing figures.
"My name is Google," said the gnome, "and I'll tell your honors all I know. About an hour ago we were all going about our work, her work, I should say, sad and silent, same as we've done any other day for years and years. Then there came a great crash and a bang. As soon as I heard it, everyone says to himself, I haven't had a song or dance or let off a squib for a long time. Why's that? And everyone thinks to himself, why, I must be enchanted. And then everyone says to himself, I'm blessed if I know why I'm carrying this load, and I'm not going to carry it any further. That's that. And down we all went to throw our sacks and bundles and tools, and everyone turns and sees the great red glow over yonder. And everyone says to himself, what's that? And everyone answers to himself and says, there's a crack or chasm split open, and a nice warm glow coming up through it from the really deep land, 1,000 fathom under us. Great Scott! Exclaimed Eustace. Are there other lands still down? Oh, yes, your honor, said Gold. Lovely places. What we call the land of Bism. This country where we are now, the witch's country, is what we call the shallow lands. It's a good deal too near the surface to suit us. Ugh! You might almost as well be living outside, or on the surface itself. You see, we're all poor gnomes from Bism, from whom the witch has called up here by magic to work for her. But we'd all forgotten about it until that crash came and the spell broke. We didn't know who we were or where we belonged. We couldn't do anything, or think of anything, except what she might put into our heads. And it was a glum and gloomy thing she put there all those years. I've nearly forgotten how to make a joke, or dance, or jig. By the moment the bang came, and when the chasm opened and the seas began rising, it all came back. And of course, we were all set off as quick as we could down the crack and home to our places. And you can see them over there, all letting off rockets and standing on their heads for joy. And I'll be very obliged to your honors if you'll soon let me go and join in. I think this is all simply splendid, said Jill. I'm so glad we freed the gnomes as well as ourselves when we cut off the witches' heads. And head, singular. And I'm so glad that they aren't really horrid and gloomy any more than the prince really was. Well, what he seemed like. That's all very well, Paul, said Puddleglum cautiously, but those gnomes didn't look to me like chaps who were just running away. It looked more like military formations, if you ask me. Do you look me in the face, Mr. Blogg, and tell me you weren't preparing for battle? Of course we weren't, your honor, said Golg. You see, we didn't know the witch was dead. We thought she'd be watching from the castle. We were trying to slip away without being seen, and then the four of you came out with swords and horses, and of course everyone says to himself, here it comes, not knowing that his honor wasn't on the witch's side. And then we were determined to fight like anything, rather than give up the hope of going back to Bism. I'll soon be sworn 'tis an honest gnome, said the prince. Let go of it, friend Puddleglum. As for me, good Golg, I'll be enchanted you and the fellows, and have newly remembered myself. And now one more question. Do you know the way to those new diggings, by which the sorceress meant to lead out an army against Overland? Squeaked Golg. I can't squeak very well. Yes, I know that terrible road. I should show you where it belongs. But it is no matter of your honor asking me to go with you on it. I'd die, rather. Why? Said Eustace anxiously. What's so dreadful about it? Too near the top, the outside, said Golg, shuddering. It's the worst thing the witch did to us. We were going to be let out into the open, out onto the outside world. They say there's no roof at all up there, only a horrible great emptiness called the sky. Hey, Mark. I'm, busy with Bree.
You're reading to Bree over Skype.
Yes, that would be a true statement. You want to say hi?
Hi, Bree.
And this will go down forever in the history books of Chronicles of Narnia.
Yes, it will indeed. I like the Silver Chair.
It's a good book.
It's not my favorite one. I actually don't really know which one's my favorite one. Probably Voyage of the Dawn Treader, but Probably my third favorite.
Oh, and now my mom's calling me. What is going on right now?
Well, I'll leave you to your business.
Okay.
See you, Bree.
Bye.
I am just going to take this really quick.